how do you make institutional quality research and insight available for all investors? And that's why I started basically writing every day. Part of it was my own process, but the idea was make that process that I was going to do anyway sort of clear and visible to everyone out in the open, so that they could see how that process works. And so, I started for a while just writing on Twitter, which surprisingly worked out. It's an interesting environment where I do really think a lot of there's all sorts of crazy stuff on Twitter, but I'm saying in sort of the macro research world, there's actually a lot of great content, good people, robust discussion. And then more recently sort of transitioned that to the Substack environment, which is a little more formal in terms of writing with my non-consensus newsletter, but all sort of born out of the same thing, which is the way I've learned to process and think about markets is every day coming in, seeing what's going on in markets and writing, basically writing through my questions or my observations or my thoughts on what's happening.
Well, and that brings up an interesting question. So when you're starting your day, what's your go-to either publication or website that you're looking at to kind of get a pulse on what's going on?
Yeah. So folks who know me well know that I'm really cheap. And so my favorite is, forget the Bloomberg terminal. Never had a Bloomberg terminal in my life. I look at Trading Economics, which is free, which is great. And it has all the macro data and all the core market data that you want to have to look at. And so I start my day basically every day looking through Trading Economics, which basically has all the market information and looking at the intermarket action and what is that telling me about what's going on in the world, looking at the incremental macro data that's been released globally and thinking about how that influences what should be happening in the markets. And then, of course, reading sort of the standard news sources, FT, Bloomberg, et cetera. But really, Trading Economics is kind of the core of what I use. I do not get paid or sponsored in any way by Trading Economics. Just good and free, and you should use it because it's a good resource.